Hi, my name is Christian Huth, and this is what's happening at Willow. As you see, we have our huge calendar here, the giant Willow calendar, and we're going to move right into March because this is what's happening at Willow in March. And as you can see, full of a lot of stuff, and what we're going to focus on primarily is the weekends. March is one of our busiest seasons here, busiest month. Spring is our busiest season. So as we go into the first week of March, we have West Coast Racing, formerly the Pantera Club. There's a couple cool Panteras that come out with these guys. Some really nice cars, really laid-back club. WestCoastRacing.com. You can sign up with them if you want a laid-back track experience. You have a nice car, you want to go out there with people with nice cars that aren't going to run into you. They have a lot of good etiquette on the track to keep people's cars from getting any dings or dents. They're on the main track, the 3rd and 4th, West Coast Racing, and then of course we have the ever-popular Extreme Speed, and the also ever-popular Speed District. I thought they had the whole weekend, but we split it up, so Extreme Speed's taking Saturday, and Speed District is taking Sunday. Those are just those normal cookie-cutter track days. SpeedDistrict.com, ExtremeSpeedTrackEvents.com, both great clubs for imports, Hondas, Subarus, such. Great clubs to come out and just track your car if you want to get away from the highway patrol. So on our smaller tracks that day, we have a pretty busy track on Saturday. It looks like I had go-kart practice for the grand finale of the Willow Springs. Let's see. It is, what is the acronym for that? WSCA, Willow Springs Kart Association. Willow Springs Karting Association. I created it and I can't remember the name. Is going to be practicing for their final race, which is on Sunday, on Saturday. It's open practice, so if you have a go-kart, $30 gets you on the track. It will be a race practice, and there's going to be some fast guys, so don't bring your brand new newbies out for this day. But $30 if you have a go-kart shifter, single little kit cart. You can practice all day with some actual racers, and they might get you some pointers on how to get around the kart track faster. So, but the actual race is on Sunday, so don't come out for Sunday unless you're just going to watch. Or else you're going to enter a race, you know. It's a shallow into the pool racing series. Myself and Mike Cohen designed it just so it's not like those big go-kart racing series. You've got to Cal Speedway. There's 500 people in the pits. Everyone's, you know, dog eat dog. This is more of a family atmosphere, 40 to 50 drivers. Classes are a little bit smaller. So if you're new to racing, you just want to get out there and feel what it's like to competitively race, Willow Springs Kart Association on Facebook. Check them out. Come on out and check us out. Really fun. It's an actual way to race. Doesn't cost too much. Very safe. So give us a call at 256-6666. The area code is 661-256-6666. I'll tell you how to get on the track. So that's the first weekend of March. Go-kart racing, just to go back over it. Go-kart racing. Import track day on the streets. And then we have West Coast Racing, which is a lot of supercars, some fancy cars out there. Not a lot of race cars, just kind of bigger cars. On the main track, then we go into next week, the 10th and 11th. Actually, we have open testing. I'll go into the Fridays first. Every Friday this month is open testing for race-prepared vehicles, which is rollover protection for the driver, a 5-point harness, and some sort of fire system or a fire extinguisher mounted in the vehicle within driver's reach. You can do these open testing days, but on March, when we have all this racing going on, you have to have some kind of racing experience and licensing. So if you do have that, every Friday, open testing, $225 your first time, $150 every time after that in 2018. Get you on the track. You can test and tune all day long, 8 to 5, no lunch break. Great time to get your race car going at a top speed. But we go into the NASA weekend on the 10th and 11th. NASA, North American Sports Car Association, is akin to SCCA, Cal Club. It's its own racing series, its own accreditation and sanctioning bodies. They have a lot of different classes, sort of like Cal Club. If you're familiar with SCCA, Cal Club Racing, NASA, kind of the two of the same organizations. They run a really tight show. On Friday, they're going to be doing on Friday the 9th, they're going to be doing an endurance race from 4, I think, until about 7 o'clock at night on our main track. And then as they go into Saturday, they'll just be racing all day, different classes. Formula, Datsun, spec classes, all kinds of classes. Just go to NASA.com, North American Sports Car Association, not the one that goes into outer space. So that's the 10th and 11th, and then they have an endurance race on Friday the 9th. $10 gets you in. $10 all day long, all weekend long. Camp out, bring your barbecue grill, anything you need to do, just have some fun out here. You can camp out Saturday and Sunday night. watch some racing in the morning. You have to be a gearhead to do it because you're woken up to motors in the morning. A lot of the wives don't like that, but the husbands like it. So Track Experience is a great motorcycle association that does track days. Track Experience with an X. TrackExperience.com. They do track days for guys that are canyon riders that want to get off the canyon, have a nice controlled environment, no gravel on the road, no highway trolls, no people coming in the opposite direction, no idiots knocking you off your bike and into the canyon. Very safe. There's a paramedic here watching you guys. You need full leathers and a helmet. Do some quick safety stuff to your bike, taping off the glass, safety wiring the oil filter, things like that. They tell you what to do. Bring your bike out a safe canyon running experience, and you can go as fast as you can on the streets of Willow, which is a great technical track. A lot of different aspects to it. It has a nice bowl. It has some uphill and downhill. It has some technical aspects of turns. And it's a little bit fast as well. Not too fast. Not as fast as the main road course, but it's a good time. That's going on the 10th and 11th on the streets. TrackExperience.com. Then you go into the 17th and 18th. It's going to be majors. So one of their majors out here, Cal Club, SCCA Racing. This is going to be a huge race. Our pits are going to be jam-packed full of race cars of all types. You're allowed to walk through the pits, talk to the drivers, look at all the stuff, ask them how they do it, ask them how to get involved. They love to sign autographs for the kids. It's all open to you for $10, and this is going to be a serious, serious race out here on the 17th and 18th. Even open practice is going to be fun. So if you come out Friday, give us $10. You can go home if you're local, take a shower, come back the next morning. If you're not local, you can camp out here, just rough it at the racetrack. We don't have a lot of amenities, we don't have showers or anything, so it's like going camping, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Cal Club, the 17th and 18th, be here because it's going to be the race of March. A bunch of different classes. And then we have, of course, California Superbike School, who's been coming out here since the 80s. Keith Code made the twist of the wrist. Very renowned motorcycle instructor. Keith Code has been doing California Superbike School here in America and Europe for decades. If you want to learn the art of cornering, go to CaliforniaSuperbikeSchool.com, CSBS.com. Just Google them. You'll get their information. They're everywhere. They're a pretty prestigious bike school. They're going to be on the streets of Willow the 17th, 18th, but they're here 5 days before that. They do like a 7-day long program. You're spending money, but you're going to learn something. And then to cap off the 17th and 18th weekend, we have Just Drift on the Horse Thief Mile. One of our first drifting events of the year is going to be on the Horse Thief Mile. JustDrift.com. You know, drifting is a good way to break into racing. Come out and check them out. We do 24-hour, we do 7 hours, you have to have a race drift card. But you can learn to drift on our balcony autocross circuit, a $50 membership, 18 or over, you come out and sign yourself up. $50 membership for the year, that's how we ensure open testing. $125 every time you come out and test. So, 7 days a week, give us a call at the phone number 661-256-6666. If you ever want to break into drifting and you want to learn how to practice, where to practice, what to do, how to do it legally and safely, so you don't have to say you're in Mexico when you're practicing on video. You can come out here to Willow Springs Raceway and practice. So that's on the Horse Thief Mile. It might be coming up in the balcony. It's still tentative, but there's going to be some drifting on the 17th. Nothing on the 18th. Oh, he might come out to the balcony on the 18th too. Definitely come out Saturday the 17th, drifting. So as we move in, it's our first vintage race of the year, VARA, Vintage American Road Racing Association, I believe, maybe. It's going to be a big event. They have all kinds of classes, open wheel, closed wheel, classic, like old Almancer Junior Formula Indy cars. You know, people buy them just because they love them, and they come out and race them. They keep the spirit of the old racing spirit. They keep the old racing spirit alive, holding the torch, racing these guys' cars. A lot of fixer-uppers out there, some great cars. If you're a classic car buff, come out here on the VARA weekend, the 24th and 25th. It's amazing the cars you'll see out here. Then, of course, we have extreme speed track events. Again, on the streets, they have a prolific amount of dates with us. If you have a tight schedule and you're looking for a track time, you want to stick with the club. These guys only race at Willow Springs. So go to extremespeedtrackevents.com. You can get on the streets for the 24th. And then LA Track Day, one of our smallest groups. They're up and coming. They're trying to build a track day. We gave them a couple dates this year. LA Track Day. They don't even have, I don't have any information for them off the top of my head right now. I'm sure if you Google LA Track Day, you'll get some information from them. Sort of at extreme speed track events, but there's a lot of supercars. I see, what are the cars that come out, Joe, for LA Track Day? McLarens, look, Ferraris. You've seen all kinds of stuff out here. I mean, it's unbelievable what you'll see on the track, on LA track day. Even if you're not going to sign up with them, there's like 15 or 20 cars out here that will just blow your mind. That's going to be the 24th and 25th. Then, as we go into the very last weekend of March, we have Speed Ventures, which is sort of like Extreme Speed. They do a little bit more competitive stuff. Speed Ventures has some challenges, Cadillac Challenge and things like that. They do a lot of fests. But this is just going to be a track day on the main track, so for some guys that want to go fast and not technical. Speedventures.com. They'll tell you how to sign up for the 31st of March. Then we have what's kind of cool, actually, I forgot to mention, on Friday the 30th, they do their practice, but Saturday racing, we have Pro Kart. And that's the kind of go-kart racing association where you go in and you're like, oh my God. There's just a million carts. It's like a beehive. Zzz, carts going everywhere. I don't know why these guys do it. They love stress, but there's going to be a million carts going fast. Pro Kart on the streets of Willow, the only go-kart race on the streets this year, 30th and 31st of March. Then as we get into Sunday, it's Easter Sunday. Happy Easter. And April Fool's Day, April 1st. So it's going to be a crazy Easter. We don't have much going on, but you're welcome to come out here and hang out and do some Easter egg hunting after you camp out Saturday night. Bring the family. We have some stuff going on. Team Topak. It's a smaller, privater track day. And Michael Cohen, who runs the WISCA series, the Willow Springs Go-Karting Association, in the wintertime also does V8 Road Racing West, some super late model road racing. It's those old stock cars, super lates. They go pretty fast around the main track. It looks like he's going to try and put a solo event. He usually runs with Barra and other clubs by his racing time, but since it's Easter Sunday and we had nothing going on, we decided to probably give him a shot on the main track. So it might be some vintage, not vintage, there might be some V8 road racing super late models on the main track Sunday. So Easter Sunday as well. Always something going on at Willow. That wraps up March, and come on out. Hope to see you here.